Creative is back at it here to give everyone another Walking Dead Season 7 episode review video. But before I continue with that, it's extremely important if you're not caught up to the point where I am in rewatching or watching The Walking Dead that you take the initiative and pay attention to this episode title, which I'll put in the description for you. If that's the case and you find out that you're not caught up, I suggest, and so does everybody else, that you don't watch this video any further to avoid potential spoilers. This is going to be The Walking Dead Season 7 episode number 14. The title of this episode is called The Other Side. This will be my review, reaction, recap of the episode, which I've seen a few times, reviewing it to have it reviewed on my channel, and reviewing it to the fact that they announced that Season 11 of The Walking Dead, which just started filming, is going to be the final season of the main Walking Dead show. We start off at the hilltop. Sasha and Maggie have begun training survivors, including Enid, how to use knives offensively in preparation for their imminent war against the Saviors. Surprising everybody, Simon and a crew of Saviors raid the community unexpectedly, of course, forcing Daryl and Maggie to hide in the cellar. Aware of the Saviors' arrival, Sasha packs her bag and takes Rosita to a secret escape hatch that passes beneath the perimeter wall. After sneaking out of the hilltop, both rebels begin carrying out their secret mission to kill Negan. And then during the raid, a Savior walks around the cellar doors. Enid desperately tries to distract this Savior and distract him away from the basement, but he actually proceeds to enter the cellar as Daryl is actually held back by Maggie because he's ready. He's readies his knife to attack, but the Savior searches the cellar. But soon he leaves with some supplies and shuts the door. Daryl was about to go apeshit on him, and then once he's gone, Maggie remarks to Daryl that he hasn't spoken a word to her ever since he arrived at the hilltop in a very emotional moment. Crying, Daryl apologizes to Maggie for unintentionally causing Glenn's death. Maggie maintains Daryl wasn't to blame, saying that Glenn knew that Daryl was good, and that nearly killing a Savior unnecessarily would have only detracted from the bigger goal, winning the war. They embrace an emotional hug, and eventually the Saviors leave with Dr. Harlan Carson in tow as their new doctor, so that he can replace his now deceased brother, Dr. Emmett Carson, who is, of course, burned by Negan in a previous episode. And then the hilltop residents gather at the gates and watch the Saviors leave with Dr. Carson. Gregory, sensing their disappointment, shifts around uncomfortably and continues to lose credibility as a leader. The guy's a fucking dipshit. I mean, who would even think he's a leader, a credible leader like in that? And then Rosita and Sasha get themselves in a empty building next to the sanctuary that has a nice spot where they can potentially shoot Negan with the sniper rifle, or sniper's nest, I guess you could say it is. And then while waiting, they bond over their purpose and past events. At night, Sasha and Rosita attempt to sneak into the sanctuary where they encounter Eugene from the other side of the fence. They urge Eugene to come with them and escape, but Eugene refuses because Eugene, I hate to say it, Eugene's actually happy right now at the sanctuary. He's being looked down as a leader, and he gets to give orders to people, and Negan doesn't give him any shit. So he tells them to go away and heads back inside the compound. Rosita curses at Eugene in sincere disappointment. At Sasha's suggestion, Rosita keeps watch as Sasha slips through the fence, but doesn't notice Sasha using a lock to close the opening behind her so that she can lock Rosita out. Now, despite Rosita's protest, Sasha explains to her that it isn't her time and that Alexandria still needs her, which, I don't know, it seemed like Rosita was going to die. Like, everything was leading up to Rosita being dead this season, and now, I don't know. And leaving Rosita behind, Sasha breaks into the sanctuary through an open door to kill Negan herself. Sasha kills another Savior in the process, leaving her fate unknown. And then as gunfire breaks out, Rosita sobs in frustration and flees when she hears Saviors approaching, but eventually stops to catch her breath and notices a dark figure holding a crossbow watching her from a small distance that resembles Dwight. And that's how the episode ends. So it was, a little bit of a bottle episode. We got a little bit of some characters, but no Rick, no Michonne, which Is that the second episode in a row? I don't think they were in Bury Me Here, so it's a little disappointing, but it is what it is. As far as the score of this episode, it had good stuff, but I also think they could have moved it a little bit faster. I'm going to give it a 7.8 out of 10. The character of the episode, I could go 3 to 4 ways with this. I mean, Daryl, Maggie, but they didn't do a lot in this episode. And then, of course, you have Sasha and Rosita. I'm going to give it to Rosita because she did a lot, and it was kind of her episode. It started and ended, well, it didn't start with her, but it ended with her, and she was the focal point of the episode. And we learned a little bit more about her backstory. So, Rosita, the character of the episode. So, you've heard what I have to say. Now it's your turn. So, if you're a fan of The Walking Dead and you like this episode from season 7, The Other Side, go ahead and smash the like button. Even if you don't like the episode and you're a fan of The Walking Dead and you like most of what The Walking Dead has to offer, go ahead and smash the like button. If you know anybody that would be interested in listening to this, share the video with them. Don't forget to leave me comments about your thoughts on the episode, your score of the episode, your character of the episode, your favorite Walking Dead episodes and least favorite episodes, and of course your favorite characters and least favorite characters. And last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.